Yeah, welcome into the blockchain basement. Let me know, give you a +1 in the chat if I'm coming over to you. Today's price action giving me some spicy levels to watch out for because I am not done riding the lightning, folks. We've had an amazing few days here on the Bitcoin price action in particular. And shout out to everyone for joining us. We also have Amazon leaning into the nuclear industry in an insane move. No one saw it coming, and a damn near doubling on Bitcoin tax in these key regions. And I got a kind of a nefarious idea of where this is all headed. So stick with me. We're going to get to the guts of this. But welcome in, everyone, for joining us. We got Iski, Street Sweeping, Rachel, One House Productions, Nicole Minnis, Mountain Magnets, M. Vino, Falco, Papa Guth, Kyle Markolopoulos. Nice name.
Marco Polo.
How are you doing? Where'd you go to eat
I went to Panda Express.
That's
again.
disgusting.
Thanks.
Disgust me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Unbelievable.
it was like 1,600 calories.
1,600 calories?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can eat a lot of food.
Bulk season.
I went to Moe's, okay? I went to Moe's and I had a good burrito. I've been packing my lunch, but today it just, I just had to get a little bit. Missed the breaking opening. Oh, it's all good. Killed by death. We got a lot of news. We got a lot of news to get into. But you know what? On the channel, make sure you're subscribed. You're hitting the notification bell on the channel here. We're getting near 63,000 subs. Shout out to it. We're cooking right along.
Oh, yes.
Look at this. We're like unstoppable forces.
They can't stop us.
They can't.
You know where we were at the beginning of the year? Beginning of the year, we were under 10K.
Were we? No, we weren't. Really?
We were like at 10, 11.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we're growing pretty fast. This is pretty exciting to see. So shout out to everyone that's subscribed. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. And make sure you're following me on X. I'm getting dangerously close to 3,000 followers. Man, the world is going to have an issue. If my Twitter account gets to one of those big accounts and they're like highlighting my post as stories, that's when you know the world's about to end. So, just keep that as a top signal for society. Make sure you follow Isaac. Let's see if you pre-populate. Ooh, Diamond Nuts Demandi.
Diamond Nuts Demandi.
Look at him.
Shout out.
Isaac Does Crypto at Isaac Does Crypto, and then Nick Diamond Nuts Demandi. We do have something Nick's doing as well. He is, first of all, he's posting about AKs because he's a savage. AR, if you don't slap my hiney, I may kill you. AK. I don't like AKs. I don't like AKs. A lot of people were like, these things run in the mud way better than ARs, and then Garen Thumb did the actual test with an AR and an exposed bolt. AR won the test. So shout out to Eugene Stoner for being a Giga Chad. Now Nick's heading up. It looks like he's heading up with the church on the 24th this month, and he has a post here where he's collecting Amazon needed goods to bring up to the Helene victims that are facing a long winter. Help him out if you feel so inclined to. I'll go ahead and repost this as well. But help your boy out. He's heading out there, and you know what?
What?
There was a little scuffle on crypto Twitter last night.
Oh, really? What was that
Nick
scuffle?
might be the one that ends up getting into the ring. Let me know in the chat. Who do you think it is? Who wants a little piece of Nick? That's going to be hilarious.
That's going to be a fun fight.
His fluffy, curly hair just going in the air. But, he's going up here to help people out. So give him some help if you have it in your heart. And let's check out all the stories here. But first of all, look at this Bitcoin level. So we had this fib on here a while back. This is on the daily time frame. So we're going to back this up. This fib is from this range, basically from the peak up here at 73.3 down to the Japanese yen carry trade issue at 49,093 bucks. And the incredible thing that I'm seeing here, I just opened up the computer. I should have been looking at this thing early on this morning. Is that this thing interacted perfectly with this fib level, which is the 786 fib level. This thing punched exactly up to the 786 fib level. Since then has been falling back just a little bit, just under it. My God, 68,411 bucks. Whoa. Did you just kill the chat?
No, I didn't kill the chat. I started a Q&A.
Oh, okay. I wonder where they went.
I wonder where everyone
went. You
to.
hid them. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Okay. Everyone's there now.
So we're carving out kind of a new range that we're trading up here, but it was a hot and heavy move up to this range. So we got to keep our wits about us when I'm looking at this run up here. This is on the 4-hour candles time frame. Things have gotten very aggressive to the upside very, very quickly over the past few days. So what I'm looking at and kind of the weariness about just becoming giga bullish, just blindly bullish, is we are sitting here looking at this. This is on the 12-hour time frame, looking at a lot of liquidations that would happen or be triggered if we hit $66,675. Let's back this up to the 7-day, because a lot of this show today is, I know that I have been calling out some great projects. I understand. It's no big deal. But now it's about the game plan, right? What levels are we looking to get these awesome projects at? And, I did a couple posts last night on my Twitter, just laying out the process that's in my mind for Aerodrome and Jupiter so far. Let's check it out here. So the original call for Aerodrome, obviously we can't have nice things like that anymore, is at 18 cents. Too cool for school. But the back up the trucks moment that we've had multiple times is 50 cents, where I've hammered down with thousands of dollars in this price point for Aerodrome. Feeling great about that now that we're getting near $1.50, right? Feels good. Short-term little 3x.
Oh, yes.
That's great. But this is a example of a trading game plan that I have for Aerodrome. It's 50 cents back up the truck moment. And yeah, we're not out of the woodwork yet. Altcoins are not having their extreme fun yet. And if we should see a pullback to say $61,000, $60,000, I would not be surprised to see us at least get close to that 50 cent level for Aerodrome. Jupiter, the trading plan for Jupiter has been this, and it has always been this: 70 cents. Jupiter released at about 70 cents, had an insider dump sell-off before this time frame, and now each time that it's gone into the red moment here, I have been doubling down and hammering down on my Jupiter bags. But we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of different projects that have been on my mind for quite some time. A few of them in particular are pulling back in my opinion, very healthy way. And I'm going to go over my trading plan on how I'm going to approach building up the bags of my favorite projects as we get closer and closer to the end of the year. Time is short, so it's time to frickin' lock in and really pay attention to this. I'm going to let, man, I wonder who's going to get it. I think I see a couple correct answers. How should we? I'll tell them here in a few minutes. You guys keep guessing. Yeah, lasers. It's an incredible time frame. Now look at this. I don't need sound for this, but this guy was paragliding, going along, minding his own business. Look what he sees at the top of the Great Giza Pyramid. Look at this little dog. There's a Doge on top of the pyramid. And it looks like, is it Hoover? Is that you?
Get off.
This damn dog of mine just cannot stop running all over the place. I'm impressed by this. The gumption of this dog, the unmitigated gull of this dog to climb the Giza pyramid. Shout out to that pooch, though. I love dogs. You can't see him there. Is he hiding? He's like, he's sniffing around. Watch, he's going to poop. He's going to poop live on air.
Let's not do that.
Hopefully not. Jesus. What was the question you asked?
I didn't.
You had a poll or something?
Disappeared. I put a Q&A and it screwed up the entire chat and we couldn't see it. So I had to take it off. But the question was, who is Nick fighting? And I've seen a couple right answers so far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Is it Nick versus Owen? That would be
That would be interesting.
That'd be a good one.
So
$556 million in inflows for spot Bitcoin ETFs yesterday. The largest daily net inflows since early June. This is incredible to see this picking up in this way. Commenting on the monster day for Bitcoin ETFs, ETF Store President Nate Garassi said it's almost $20 billion in net inflows since the launch, blows away every pre-launch demand estimate. This is not degen retail money. In his opinion, it's investors, advisors, and institutional investors continuing to slowly adopt. I absolutely agree with this. They're starting to see it's a real thing. They didn't get rugged. They didn't die. They saw it go up to 75, down to 49. Now it's finding the equilibrium. Good times are going to be had by all. But you know what? I'm not shy about talking about my exit plan. A lot of influencers, they talk about how bullish everything is, but they don't talk about the exit plans and how to get out and retain that cash. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not in crypto to be part of some cult. I'm here to buy a house and a tank, you know.
A couple more ARs.
I don't know if I need any more ARs, honestly. Yeah, I know you need an AR.
I do need an AR.
We're getting close to it. I think we're at like 800, or we're only at, we got to get 300 memberships before, what was it, November?
Before November. We have a little under 15 days.
Oh my God.
We need 1,000 members so I can have an AR, or I have to wait for the power grid to shut down.
Well, either one, and you're getting an AR. I think we can hit it. If you guys feel so inclined, help them out. I got a BCM just waiting for him.
If not, I'm just going to buy it. Fuck
it. Now, Grayscale GBTC has seen 2 consecutive days of inflows for the first time since early June as well. Great to see the Grayscale trust actually start to see some inflows on the upside. And this is very positive. We saw a lot of outflows when the original ETF came out. Now we see even the Grayscale trust getting some love. And now, here's the fun for people in Italy. Italy is going to raise the capital gains tax on Bitcoin from 26% to 42%. Nearly half of your capital gains on Bitcoin is now potentially going to be taxed by the Italian government. Now, Italy, definitely NATO, right? Definitely NATO. And yeah, the Europeans, they're Europeans.
The Europeans.
That's a good name.
That's
a
good one.
Europeans.
I like that one.
That is. They get taxed a little heavier than Americans. Okay, I know I sit here and bitch and moan about my tax dollars, but honestly, our tax dollars fund both sides of wars, so there's good reason to complain about that. But seeing a NATO country rolling and actually moving towards a capital gain tax of 42% on Bitcoin, what do you guys think the over-under is? Will we see other NATO countries follow suit as Bitcoin continues to soar to the north and countries and central banks continue to lose their ass on commercial real estate and immigration influx? I kind of think like this conversation, this increase in capital gains might actually come to other NATO countries.
I think it would.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a hard call for you to make, Isaac, but
sure.
You're shooting from the hip, and I like that.
Shooting from the hip.
I like that a lot. Not a Frenchie or Italian. I really feel like the worse this war stuff gets, the worse the fiat death spiral becomes for these governments and their central banks. They're going to see crypto moving very parabolic. And if it is adopted by, not only BlackRock, but a lot of other retail that have the ability to invest, talking millionaires, talking some billionaires, they're going to watch these people absolutely print money, real money, actual buying power. And it is interesting to think about because we saw Uncle Joe. He tried to roll this out. We see Kamala floating the idea of taxing even unrealized gains.
Bullshit. But
the worse the world gets, though, and the worse off these systems become, a cornered dog does some pretty unreasonable and unpredictable things. So something to keep in mind when it comes. That's why cold custody is the king. Boating accidents happen. Things of that nature do occur all the time. Euro dollar down 10. Remember, ABS pipe and kitty litter make great time capsules for moisture control. That is a great point there, Deadwood. Like a little time capsule for yourself. With the moisture control, things happen, no big deal. But yeah, if you're living in a country that's planning to just tax half of your value that you increase with, what the hell are we even doing here? That's just, that's extended slavery. You might as well be in prison. At least your tax dollars are like feeding you if you go to prison.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're paying for your own future hotel.
Exactly. And you have, a place to stay. You got food to eat. Diddy to touch you. And everything's good.
Touch you? Yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried will give you the inside scoop on some Solana meme coins.
But you can't do anything. You can only buy Solana phones in prison now. I'd actually be pretty bullish. I'd go to prison.
No, oh my God. That sounds terrible.
Papa Goose,
that sounds terrible. I would be dead before I, was in prison for illegal laws. Now, check this out. Tesla moved another $260 million in Bitcoin I love how they say 260 million Bitcoin. It's $1 million. Do it with a little dollar sign here. Total moved $760 million. And I had to be a smart ass. We're all going to die. This was yesterday on the charts. Look at how this fucking chart reacted to this. Just down only for a minute here. And that was quite a thing to see. We basically, right as the news broke about Tesla just moving some Bitcoin, what did we fall by? No, actually, that's not the full time. It was. We got to zoom in a little bit here. We got to zoom in a little bit. It was not fun. Not fun. So we got the 4 hour. Yeah. So we fell by about 2.4%. Gave us a little bit of a healthy retrace. Tested up the top end of this volume node here. This volume node's sitting at $63,100. But by God, we hit the exact level of this 786 fib. Now I'm kind of like, I'll be intrigued on maybe a scalp long position because I am truly and utterly terrified to short this market with how it's been acting.
Fair.
So I think I'll be waiting around and see if I can get an entry point around 65.7. Just expecting a little bit of cooling, a little bit of calming down here. But let's keep going through all those stories because this caused like a 2% drop. Just everyone's seeing Tesla moving some Bitcoin. Maybe Elon's out there trying to figure out how to take out a loan or like a collateral, using Bitcoin as a collateral to borrow. He's hanging out with Cantor Fitzgerald here in this picture. A leading global financial services firm today announced plans to launch a Bitcoin financing business. This is in July of this year. We're leveraging investors who hold Bitcoin. The firm will launch $2 billion in initial financing, continue to substantially grow the operation. Here's Elon hanging out with the bro. Maybe they're thinking about just testing out the system, but I don't know. It's hard to say if Elon really needs to borrow any money. I think he has like $20 billion in cash.
That's fair.
Tough to see, Elon Musk needing to take out big loan with his Bitcoin. I think Elon would rather hold the Bitcoin than the cash. Just That's personally. True. Personally, I feel that way. Let's see here. Jay, I never wanted to get into the military. Being a boot for the government never appealed to me. I just couldn't shoot anything the government pointed at. Can understand that. Isaac's sitting here thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about it.
I might not even have a choice, so it's kind of in my mind.
That's fair. You might get drafted.
Exactly.
With the way things are going, you might get drafted. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, buddy.
I'm not sugarcoating it either. I'm sitting here like waiting for someone to knock on my fucking door. Like, you need to come. Let's go to Ukraine, motherfucker.
Come on, you look like you got plenty of spunk in you, kid. Let's go. Man, things get weird when all hell breaks loose. You see the Ukrainian draft process?
Mm-hmm.
Looks sketchy as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
they're like going into buildings and kidnapping people, basically. All right, so we have this. Grayscale files to convert a mixed crypto trust fund with Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana into an actual ETF, electronically traded fund. So they're looking to transfer this kind of mixed crypto basket into an ETF. I believe this would be the first mixed crypto ETF seen, should it be approved. Barry Silbert out there choosing violence, rolling out with velocity as the markets are waking up. So shout out. Barry Silbert out there. He's shilling live peer Tau. I was shilling Tau before Barry was, though. And the worst part about me shilling Tau is I didn't buy it at $40, but I was like, wow, this is going to be great at $40.
Now look where it's at
now. Look where it's at now. I hate everything about that. But there was a lot of buying I did do that went well. So,
that's true.
And I'm sitting here reeling, should I refill the ICP bag? Because the bag I built last time was like $3.25. You know what I mean? Now it's at like $8, sitting here kind of flatlining, but a lot of altcoins are flatlining. So we've got to keep that in mind. Household allocation to stocks in the United States, highest level since the peak of the .com bubble. Rug pull incoming ? Households allocate only 15% of their assets to cash versus 48% to equities. This is a very, very vulnerable spot for the middle and lower class, even some, mid-ish upper class people to be in right now. Not much cash laying around to buy a nasty dip should it occur. And check this out. At the peak of the .com bubble, Cisco was worth 5.5% of the US GDP, and today, Nvidia is now worth 11.7%, which is 200% higher than the gobbling of the market that Cisco did when everything went burst. when the bubble pops, and it will lead to a collapse bigger than 2008. Only a matter of time for the SPY. Here is just a graph comparison overlay. This is what caused you've heard about the great .com bubble, right, Isaac?
Yes, of course I have.
Yeah. So this Cisco was kind of like the centerpiece of that big upswing and then the big fall afterwards, taking up 5.5% of the GDP. Now we have Nvidia, the elephant in the room, the massive skeleton elephant that is basically walking around the room, pumping to the moon in the short term off of this AI rollout, AI narrative. And it does look like the AI narrative has a little bit of room to run, but just the consolidation and the exposure risk of this system has 2 or 3x'd from the last collapse that we did. Honestly, setting up a potential, if we don't pull off this little .com boom and we do go to massive conflict, kinetic energy weapons, all these little bombs that we have start destroying infrastructure, you're looking at a Great Depression. You're looking at maybe even worse than a Great Depression. So this is absolutely insane too. A random biotech stock, drug, ticker drug, was trading as a penny stock yesterday morning. It ran up 1,500% randomly yesterday on literally no news. Brightmind Biosciences stock went from $2 to $38 yesterday. The market cap went from $4 million to $172 million. Also up 14% after hours. We got to go to Market Watch after this. So ticker drug, let's go see where the hell this thing is at now. Bam. Walmart always pre-populates for me for some reason. Let's see here. All right. Nick might be able to fight AJ.
That's going to be bullish.
I mean, my God. My God. That would be incredible. I just had to give it out here. Now, this looks like a meme coin. I mean, it's trying to find health on a shelf. Look at that. Okay. This thing pumped up to about $40, down to $27 now. No news. It's down 10% on the day. And they like, this is risky as hell. Seeing this kind of, this is like a meme coin on Wall Street.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you buy this thing?
When it was at its bottom, yes. And when it randomly moved up, I'd buy it.
Well, you won't FOMO in now?
No.
Damn it, Isaac. They need exit liquidity.
I'm not going to be someone's exit liquidity.
Come on.
I'm smarter than that.
Come on. Amazon's making a historic investment to deploy nuclear power plants. Amazon has made a direct investment, the first of its kind, into building nuclear reactors to power artificial intelligence. This is the BlackRock squeeze. This is the New Deal. This is the $10 to $20 trillion in printed money to send our bags to the moon. Amazon investing in X Energy and joining Washington-based nuclear operator Energy Northwest to deploy nuclear energy in a planned 5-gigawatt fleet by 2040. After Amazon and its peers claimed for years to be using 100% renewable power, it has become an open secret that it has only worked because of heavily used steady nuclear, natural gas, and coal power plants bought as gray energy and taken from local power grid. An announcement ceremony is happening in Washington, D.C. now. More analysis to come. This is Jeff Bezos and the billionaires and all the massive intelligent officers on the market knowing where this market is going. It's nuclear power facilities. It's data centers to run their AI algorithm setups. And they're going to unemploy a vast majority of the people that have these mid-level jobs, even some higher-level jobs, are going to be automated out of existence. They're going to utilize this tech over the next 10 to 20 years, and it's going to be brutal for the average person, so we got to fight hard for our money now. Home buyers, U.S. housing has reached the most unaffordable level since the mid-1980s, according to a National Association of Realtors. Now, this is interesting for me to think about. It is worse than the housing bubble of 2008 and entering realms of pain that were seen last in the early 80s. But at the time frame in the early 80s, the homes were much, much cheaper.
That's true.
Now we have like $450,000 homes on average. We're at $430,000.
It's like a minimum price for a house now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, out in my county, because I'm in Redneckville, you can get them for like $300, maybe $250 still.
Yeah.
But the difference in this pain is that difference in cost and also the interest rate jackknife helped cause this massive trough in the early 80s. If we get a massive interest rate spike on top of the downward sentiment on buying homes, that is going to be a bloodbath on this market. Not a great thing. Great thing if you have capital on the sideline, cash on the sideline to buy, but kind of sketchy for the average person looking from the outside in. Unstoppable DXY now headed for its 11th green day in a row out of the last 12. This is stupid. Bitcoin pumping the way it is, and the DXY having nearly 12 days in the green in a row. We got to go check this thing out on the good old trading view here. This is nuts. Here's Bitcoin dominance just murking all of our altcoins. Look at that. Just a huge middle finger. Great, big
middle finger to our altcoins.
That's what it is. Let's go to the DXY. Check out what is going on here. Because it used to be when the DXY pumped, Bitcoin would dump during the kind of a bear market moment there. Jesus. This is the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. Look how many green days we got in a row here. Oh my God. Look at this shit. Holy God. Oh my God. Yeah. The end of the US dollar is here. Right?
We're dumping.
It's all to zero,
guys.
We're going to hell. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're getting in 13, 14 days. We have one little like flatline day here with a Darth Maul wick. I'll zoom in on this so you can see this. But this is a lot of green movement for the valuation of the dollar. But it's insane to overlay this with Bitcoin doing what it's been doing. Bitcoin been pumping through this whole damn process. This was not how this thing reacted during the bear market. DXY would pump, Bitcoin would dump. It was like clockwork. Now we're seeing both of them move up in tandem. Very, very interesting thing to keep in mind here. And also this 6.0 earthquake hit south central Turkey back where the huge earthquake struck a couple years ago that killed 100,000 people. And I just had to re-highlight the story. The mainstream media did a god-awful job at covering when 100,000 plus people lost their lives to 3 consecutive earthquakes.
Like the media does.
They do. And all these earthquakes were over 7.0 in magnitude. Now they're getting another 6.0. And I'm sure the media is going to be completely silent about this. Hopefully not. That's a big, big occurrence to happen for a lot of people. And all we hear about is Ukraine and all their war interests instead of 1/10 of a million people losing their lives in the span of a few weeks. That's a lot of people. Now we had this from Sean Farash. Project 2025 bans pineapple on pizza. My God. What if, man?
What if?
All right, so here's the deal. Pineapple on pizza is not such a bad thing. Pineapple on pizza every now and again gives a little sweet, savory flavor to it. Throw some bacon in there. Get a little bit of extra sauciness to it. Because, pepperoni, great. I eat pepperoni all the time. But every now and again, I do like having a pineapple pizza. And you may throw tomatoes at me. You may hate me for saying such a thing. But it is the damn truth. My truth. What do you say, Isaac? Do you eat pineapple pizza?
I have. Only once.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it?
I don't mind it. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. But you don't like throw up when you eat it?
No, I don't throw up when I eat it.
You would think that people...
Just like, little sweet taste to it. I'm like, pizza can have this every now and again.
It's just a nice change up.
Yeah.
It's just a nice change up. And I found dried pineapple. I have these huge bags of dried pineapple now. Absolutely delicious. Because I don't want the kids eating any candy. So if I get them a treat, which is dried pineapple, that really makes my heart happy. Trying to keep them a little bit healthier. Look at the chat just going nuts. We got pineapple pizza with prosciutto. Ooh, that sounds fucking good.
Pineapple bacon and sprinkle some brown sugar on there. Interesting.
Prosciutto though on the pizza?
Prosciutto.
That sounds good. Meanless knows where it's at. Jesus.
Jeff, pineapple on pizza is against my religion.
Yeah, I respect all religions. Shout out to Meanless, though. What the prosciutto call. Jesus. Now, I am planning to go out and vote early here in Georgia. Kelly Kellum out here, just vote. Crypto has enough of an impact to be the deciding factor. Retweet this so all crypto holders know. And I felt obliged and driven to just be out here reminding people, if you can, exercise your right to vote. For God's sakes, this is a pretty damn important election that we're hopping into. What you got, Isaac?
You want to talk about the sign that's on our property too?
Oh, yeah. So I was driving. I was minding my own business. Driving along, and some psychopath, some unhinged
motherfucker
person put a Harris Walt sign in our front yard. Imagine that. In our front yard. On my lawn. So we're going to be filming the activities.
The destruction. I'm going to build a flamethrower, everybody, and I'm going to just scorch.
There shall be activities to be had after this show today. I'm probably going to hit the bag for a while, and then we're going to go out and handle that. Shout out Jay for the super chat. Appreciate the support on the channel, brother. Pineapple pizza and Canadian bacon. There it is. There it is. Yeah, it's just when I was driving into the office, see a freaking Harris Walt sign, like, hell no. Hell to the no, no. We don't even have a Trump sign.
I just need a lighter and some WD-40.
No. Well, we'll definitely get arrested if we do that. But, you know.
It's on our property.
But it's, you know, just be careful.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Now we have this. This is from Mr. Steven Chowda. Steven Crowder. What happened to this guy? Did he get like in a bunch of hot water because he was like yelling at his wife or something? I remember this clip of him like yelling at his wife. It was really awkward.
I have no idea.
Let me know in the chat if you guys know what I'm talking about here.
On the FTW real quick. It was Jeremy.
Who's Jeremy?
No,
it was Jeremy?
It was Jeremy. No. That would be insane if it was Jeremy. Have some words with him.
He better not fucking have done that. Unbelievable. I already have to deal with his opinions on this show like once a month. That is way too much.
That's fair.
At this point, it almost seems fishy. No one has seen a lead like this in recent history. This is Trump's polymarket winning odds compared to Kamala Harris. Trump came in this morning at 60.5%, favoring him being the next elected president. 39.3% coming in saying Harris is going to be the squeeze here. And look at this. How happy am I? They're predicting, like, Georgia was blue last election. And Colorado captured. Colorado completely captured. So I am very happy to have left Colorado and to have come to Georgia. It looks like me moving to Georgia changed the entire state red. You know what I mean? Like they see me walk into the gas station like, fuck.
Trump 2024.
Trump, baby. You know, they see me. They know what to do. Now, Nebraska being halfway split, don't know what the hell's going on with that because there's a lot of farmers and hunters out here in Nebraska. What the hell are you guys doing? Wisconsin. What is this? What is the Wisconsin? I don't understand. Nevada, Wisconsin. What are you doing? Minnesota. This is clear. You see the Democrats, they could just cut the country, like make a country out of this and then this. And maybe like we give up like West Virginia up to like Minnesota, you know, just kind of draw a line that way. And then maybe they have like a monorail going through Canada to get to each other. That might be a good situation. I don't know. Just thinking out loud, trying to come up with solutions here. Now, we talked about the DoD and the Directive 5240 yesterday, turning a directive into a stealthy expansion of military expansion of its intelligence powers in life or death domestic scenarios, just weeks before the most consequential election in history. I don't know. I think Abraham Lincoln was pretty consequential. I think that the first president, George Washington, pretty consequential, but this is a pretty important one. The U.S. military has quietly been granted the authority to assist in domestic law enforcement activities, including the use of lethal force against the U.S. citizens in certain circumstances. Basically, it's just smoothed out the process, less paperwork. I was looking into the Senate split with DZ this morning. Hey, shout out to Chili Rainbow supporting the channel. You are 10 memberships closer to getting this AR-15. Whoa! Thank you, Chili Rainbow. Appreciate you. Welcome to all the new members here. Welcome to all the new members.
Welcome in, welcome all. Join the Discord and link in the description.
It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day to see that support, man. You made my day. You know, it's just kind of sketchy to see the process, the due process of the American citizens and their right to not be fired on by their own military that they pay their taxes for their entire life to fund. See, it feels a little weird to see those rights being wiped away and the road being cleared for martial law right before the election. You can't deny that. No matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, it's a little weird. And yes, it does require a bipartisan movement, but it is heavily influenced and overseen by the president and the Secretary of Defense on these decisions being made. So some things to keep in mind when we're looking at this. Now, Mark Cuban has reached his final Trump derangement syndrome transformation. Look at how similar Mark Cuban is to, what is this, Rosie O'Donnell? Is this Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And this is a Keith Olbermann. This guy is the worst. All right, there's Rosie. Of course, they got to give me the zoom in of Rosie first. Keith Olbermann, what a dickhead. This guy is probably the most unhinged that I've seen. And I mean, that's saying a lot. There's a lot of unhinged ones. Mark Cuban coming in there, going, and he definitely does look like, he almost looks like, Keith Jenner, or what's that guy's name?
I don't even know.
What's the Jenner, the dude?
What is it, like Kylie?
No, who's the dude? The dad. He was like the Olympian.
I don't know. I don't.
Is it Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
Caitlyn,
We need to fix this right. I need to know.
I don't pay attention to these. What's the word? Transformers.
Transformers,
yes,
yeah.
Transformers. I don't pay attention.
Caitlyn Jenner. Let's see if that's it. Yes. Oh, what's up, bro? So
you want to see my cock?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. He's, kind of giving those vibes. Let's see if he grows his hair out. That's pretty similar, right?
That is pretty similar.
He's getting close. Shout out to Mark Cuban. All right. Now, you know what? And on this subject, pull this down. We need to talk about something real quick. We need to talk about something. Because people might be, is Bruce Jenner, or is it Kate? Didn't he change his name to Caitlyn?
I don't know.
He changed his name to Caitlyn.
I don't really give a shit either.
So let's think about this. You're a dad. You got a daughter. The year is 2035. And she comes to you. She says, Dad, I'm trans. Say she's in 9th grade. You go ahead as a father that's lived your whole life lived your whole life with a cowboy hat on and cowboy boots. You come out and say, you know what, honey? I'm trans too. That moment of, you just immediately flip-flop. Then she'll go, a little bit confusion will come across her face. And she'll be like, no, you're not. Why are you saying that? No, you're not. You can simply reply, stop being a bigot. Stop being a bigot. I am now trans. I have just become a woman. Because if you're going to identify as anything, you can just move with the swiftness.
You can.
Then she'll get mad at you, yada, yada, yada. But you can simply just take her to school dressed up in a complete dress with glitter and all of the things on. Put some high heels on. Make it just the most awkward situation possible on the face of the planet Earth. And I guarantee the next day she will back off of that entire initiative.
It'll never happen again.
Because you'll see how embarrassing it is. That's exactly. And you know what? I am hell-bent on my kids being normal. That is a sacrifice I'd be willing to make for my daughter. Absolutely.
Bring back bullying. Bullying was a good thing. I got bullied and I'm base now.
I know. I bullied you into greatness.
Exactly. People don't get bullied. They become a transformer.
It's so true. It's so true. Here is, speaking of bullying.
Oh, yes. Bring it on.
Middle class family. Let's talk about it. We got an inside scoop on this Joe Rogan, Kamala Harris podcast. Let's have a listen.
What are you going to do if Trump wins? I grew up in a middle class family. What are you going to do about the economy? Has it been 3 hours already? It's been 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Yeah. And we got to do this for 3 hours? Yeah. Can you edit this to make it look like I talked for 3 hours? We don't do that. 3 hours later. I grew up in a middle class family. We are a strong people. We have dreams and breathe oxygen. So, am I the best interview you ever had?
I want to see this happen bad. I want to see Kamala Harris have to speak to Joe Rogan with his pulsating neck vein. It's a forehead vein that he has.
His palm side of his.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's going to be incredible. Honestly, I want Joe Rogan to really sit down with Kamala Harris and get to the bottom of what does it mean? Why do you keep saying you grew up middle class? She even she's talking about forcing reparations on Americans. And right after she's like, reparations are going to come when I'm in presidential power. but I grew up in a middle-class family, and then just goes on a rant about middle-class family all of a sudden.
I can't even make content anymore because it's the same. He only says I grew up in a middle-class family. People are tired of it, okay?
You ran out of material.
I ran out of material because she doesn't have any new material.
Has TikTok made, like, Isaac gets millions of views on TikTok.
I have one more day until I can go to my appeal court and get paid by TikTok.
He hasn't been able to get paid a cent. Have they ever paid you?
No, because they denied it twice.
Yeah, and you've gotten like what? Like how many millions of views? Like 20 million or something?
Total, it was 9 million views.
9 million views?
From 2 videos. Yes.
From a pretty new account, too.
Pretty new account, yeah.
Very good velocity. And Isaac, he's not eligible to get paid for his content. No. Pissesdim. He feels great about it, you know?
Yeah, I feel great.
That's the control mechanisms you need to really grow up. Just grow up, you know? Now we have this. Trump would win and potentially trigger the greatest mental health crisis in United States history. Let's have a listen. I found this conversation fascinating.
Say Trump wins 3 weeks from today, what happens? The Democratic Party just, I mean, as you said, a lot of Democrats, maybe the majority, believe that Trump becoming president again is the worst thing that ever could happen. So how do they respond to that?
I say this not flippantly. I think it will be the cause of the greatest mental health crisis in the history of the country. I think tens of millions of people will question their connection to the nation, their connection to other human beings, their connection to their vision of what their future for them and their children could be like. And I think that will require an enormous amount of access to mental health professionals. I think it'll lead to trauma in the workplace. I think there'll be some degree of...
Are you being serious?
100% serious. 100% serious. I think there'll be alcoholism. There'll be broken marriages.
What?
Yeah. They think he's the worst person possible to be president. And
see, and a lot of people responding to this, like, there's no way that we would see a massive decline in people's mental health. And then you get hit with, we're already in a mental health crisis. I think that this guy is saying something a lot of people are not thinking about. And yeah, you know, I'm voting for Trump, but the other side views Donald Trump as the worst possible option for president in the United States. They will feel intrinsically betrayed. They will feel scared because now the Democrats have been rolling out, Donald Trump wants to put you in concentration camps. If he's elected president, he's a dictator. Now we've had 3 or 4 attempts on Donald Trump's life from that rhetoric, infecting these people's mindsets. Now they're acting out, they're irrationally. They're taking shots at him. They're fighting with their neighbors, you know, and if anyone was around for the Summer of Love last time, things were not peaceful. Even in like Boulder County, things were not peaceful between Trump and Biden supporters. I will say that. And also with the Hillary versus Trump timeframe, it was just as bad. Now we've had 8 years of buildup between the two sides. It's a boiling kettle right now. And I think that we need to take this, you know, with a grain of salt, yes, but also just be prepared in case things get insane. Now, here we had Donald Trump. I just got highlighted. He rolled out his World Liberty Token sale, and I really, really wish that he would have just waited until after this damn election to do this, for the love of God. Like, now we have, like, the future of the company riding on the shoulders of his sons and their fucking shitcoin project or whatever it is. Like, I understand it's a DeFi play, but can't we just get into office first, please? Can we please? Can I have nice things?
No,
I don't think so. This is John Deaton. We got a lot to go over, so we might go a little over today. This is John Deaton slamming Elizabeth Warren on the stage yesterday in Boston at the CBS News Boston debate. Let's have a listen.
I can't help it. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. I can't help it when she goes to ban an entire industry that they're motivated against her because they see a viable candidate. But listen, the rules are already there. Senator Warren, you notice she didn't answer the question about those rape victims. You know, you can't call yourself a absolute warrior for women if you only select the women you're willing to protect.
You know, I really don't understand this charge, and I don't know what you're talking about here. I have pushed on the banks and tried to get more regulation over the banks and tried to hold the banks accountable every single time they step out of line. Now, I get it. They're big and they're powerful. Of course, I don't take my money from the banking industry. I take my money from the people who want to support this campaign. What I don't hear you talking about is what exactly do the crypto folks expect to get by funding 90%
You want to know
of your
something?
campaign?
Everyone out there, I sued the government because the SEC had done something really bad to small retail investors, and a lifelong Democratic judge agreed with me. I did it all pro bono, and this token XRP was called legal because of my work. I won Lawyer of the Year, Consumer Advocate of the Year, Defender of Freedom Award because I did it for free. And guess what? Last week, that crypto billionaire that she's talking about that has supported me just donated millions of this XRP token to Vice President Harris' campaign. If I didn't do what I did, sue the SEC on behalf of small retail investors, that donation to your candidate of choice, Senator, would not have happened. So, Madam Vice President, if you're watching, you're welcome.
I would, you know, and why don't we bring up the fact that it's incredible that Elizabeth Warren just moves right over one of the largest judgments against a bank in history. It was like a $3 billion fine just a few days ago against TD Bank for laundering money for a cartel, right? And she's sitting here trying to sell crypto as the bad guy. You know, and Deaton talking about XRP, yes, there has been a lot of battles going on against the SEC regarding XRP and Ripple Labs. It's just, I really kind of felt shocked that we're sitting here listening to XRP be highlighted in a political debate. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Pocahontas' second language is very clear. It doesn't even sound like she knows John Smith. Jesus. Oh my God.
Laserface, holy shit.
Oh my God. Laserface choosing violence. Shout out to you. My God. Now, we have to talk about altcoins. Okay. We're going into altcoins. There is a lot of stuff. Other stuff, we're going to breeze through all this other stuff real quick. FBI revised the violent crime data down. It's instead of, you know, a 2.1% drop in violent crime in 2022, it actually had a 4.5% increase. So a difference of nearly 6.6% from low to high. And Trump was actually fact checked by one of the debate moderators when he's calling out crimes going out of control under Biden. They're like, fact check, false. You're wrong because FBI data that's been falsified says that you're wrong. That's the world that we live in. They're using falsified data.
Breaking news, bitch. Fact check, true.
Fact check, true. Thank you for that, Isaac. This is great energy. Now this must stop. This must stop. Stephen Haas official, XRP is about to launch. Do you think he got the memo that XRP's been launched for some time now? Maybe. I don't know if he got the memo. Here's Gary Cardone trolling. We are waiting. I confirmed with authorities. They are ready for you. This was the message. XRP Launchpad is green. Proceed with launch codes. Repeat. Launchpad is green. Light for XRP. XRP may launch. General Barnaby Anisfium, whatever the fuck that is. This is the kind of work that must be done because guess what? There's a lot of retail that's going to be coming into the crypto market. They're going to see Bitcoin going, wow, that's up and to the right. They're probably going to show up in a big trove, right around $80,000 to $100,000 for Bitcoin. And they're going to go to CoinMarketCap just like this. And be like, okay, I can't afford a whole Bitcoin because I don't know they're divisible. So let's see what else here. I don't want to spend $2,000 on a coin. What are these $100 coins? This is more. Ooh, this one's only 50 cents.
I'm gonna be so rich off of XRP.
And this one, what a great long-standing track record, right? Been around for since 2013. And honestly, if you got in here at the, what is this, a fraction of a cent level, you're doing great. right? You're doing great. But there's something to keep in mind for XRP. Let's say XRP has a great market. And let's say I'm going to be extra bullish today for XRP. I'm going to be as bullish as Druth can be on XRP. Let's get this out of the way. Let's say XRP hits a $300 billion market cap. Let's say that it 3x's its previous all-time high in terms of market cap. And I am being extremely generous on this, okay? Extremely generous. So we go here, 300 billion gets you to $4. There's a whole hell of a lot more squeeze to be had on the market than a move from 55 cents to $4. I'm just going to say it right now. And this is the insanely bullish potential for XRP. This is if it goes absolutely parabolic, because look at this. The market cap peaked out when it had all the fun. And this time frame is what created just permanent maxis of this token. Hold on, I need some water. This is what created the permanent maxis of this token. Bobcat, the Bob stays on. Interesting.
We'll take a look at this.
Bobcat. Go do some investigating while I'm ranting. So, to hit the mega bullish time frame for XRP, just recapturing this previous, because there was not a lot of altcoins. When XRP accomplished this, there was not a lot of altcoins out there. XRP absolutely was a big move in 2017 to 2018 timeframe. There's no denying that. But since then has had an extremely lower high and is reeling from its being dumped by Ripple Labs, who holds 80% of the supply. Okay, so we have to think about these things logically. And I'm giving it the most bullish scenario of hitting $4 a token. That is an extreme blow up top. More than likely, even a generally bullish environment where everything that you threw a freaking dart at is starting to moon, we're going to hit 100 billion. And this, recaptured just at its previous all-time high for market cap, $1.45. So you get almost a 3x out of it. These are the types of things that we need to face down and be super honest with all of the noobs that are going to be coming in over the next few weeks, few months here, because we are about to go into a parabolic discovery zone for Bitcoin. In my opinion, when we get past November, when we have the election done, this Bitcoin bull market is going to go disgusting very quickly. And then all the regulars are going to come in and see, I will do Aerodrome. And here, so Aerodrome, Coinbase's baby, absorbing tons of the wrapped Bitcoin that came out to release through Coinbase holding an ungodly amount of Bitcoin for BlackRock. So let's take a look at something comparable. And I think a good comparison of what Aerodrome's potential is for our current market is looking at what Uniswap accomplished last bull market. Now, I think Uniswap's going to be above its previous all-time high or at it, but I am also of the opinion that Aerodrome is going to be able to accomplish this $20 to $25 billion market cap at the peak of the next bull market. So let's take a look at what that would do. Let's check her out. Aerodrome, go here, cook up the supply pretty good just to be nice and generous. And we go to 20 billion. Let's see here. $20 billion, about $23 billion. That's a move from $1.30 to $26. And that is being very aggressive on the token release. I think the actual token release is going to come somewhere around 750 million. That's bringing it to a $30 per token level. Now, if we hit just above Uniswap, because we're in an extra bullish market environment, we're looking at, a $40 token. And this is not even with Aerodrome being a top 10 token. This is probably not even a top 20 token. If we're talking top 20 token, we're going to be looking in the 50 range. And let's just do some fun moon math to give me a boner real quick. All right. So if we get to in my opinion, the top 20 of the peak of this next bull market, I think we could just be seeing this $68, $70 per unit level. But this is where the real squeeze is. We saw the Department of Justice getting Binance out of the way by putting CZ in jail, teaching him a lesson for trying to go against the oligarchy of the American financial institutions. They roll out Coinbase, custodying all this BlackRock ETF junk, and they are clearing the way for base chain and all of that to just absolutely be the squeeze of this market. Let's check out Drift. Let's see what Drift would be like. Let's do an analysis on Drift.
I also have this Bobcat pulled up when we get to this.
You got Bobcat up?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about Bobcat?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Why don't you like it? Pull up your screen. Push your screen over here.
I'll push my screen.
Yeah, push your screen.
Let's go over Drift first, and then I'll pull this up.
All right, we'll go over Drift first. Fine. Drift taking a haircut today, down 12%. We need to buy more of this. Look at this.
It's in my buying range for everybody who said,
dude.
Oh, you made me lose money.
Oh, shit. Look at this. This is looking juicy as hell. Okay, hold on. So market cap to price comparison, not too unreasonable. We have a $100 million market cap. Now, Drift coming out with kind of the same juicy squeeze that I saw Polygon had last market. Yeah. But that might be a little. Let's say Drift accomplishes half of what Polygon was able to accomplish, because Polygon has the poly market. I think Papa Goose bringing up poly market, and Drift has its betting market, but Drift also is a decentralized exchange, and I think DEXs are going to be an incredible move. Sure. So let's check out Polygon, and then basically just let's see. Or I got to do Matic now, don't I? Or Pol. This is the worst day of my life. Why do they do this? Name it Pol. Unreal. So, oh Jesus, look at this. They got a brand new graph just to make everything look better. This is the worst day. All right. Market cap. So it hit a $20 billion as well. $20 billion market cap. Polygon was an incredible move for me last market. I bought it for like 3 or 4 cents and sold at $2 something. Like $2.50. Look at that shit. Oh, yeah. Couple cents to $2.50. This is a great pull for me. Not looking so great anymore. Not looking so great anymore, but it's still around. Now, let's say Drift just accomplishes half of that movement. Let's go here. Drift protocol, 46 cents. Cool. Cook this bad boy up to about half. And let's put this at 20 bill. Or let's do 10 bill. Let's half it. $20 a token. Again, this is another 30 to 40x. That's feeling good. I like this.
Mighty juicy, everybody.
I like this a lot. It's showing the graph on this Bobcat thing. Let me see this thing.
Graph here. Let me pull this up here.
I might puke.
Click some button.
Hold on. I got to get a bucket in case I puke.
Okay. That's what we're looking at. $159,000 market cap. Came out October 6th. Not crazy active last transaction.
Do the top traders.
Top traders are over here. It doesn't look here.
Not too much dev sniping.
Not
a little bit,
much
but not too
dev
much.
sniping.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be a lot more.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of dev sniping.
And we got what? 400 holders?
444 holders. One liquidity provider.
Hold on. Go back to the holders. I see some. So this is sketchy.
Is the liquidity pool.
Mm-hmm. But you got a lot of 2% right there.
We do. That's why I'm going to go pull up the bubble map. We have this wallet that moved 2% into this. So these two wallets hold 4% total, which is technically the number 2 wallet. We have this 3%. So pretty much 14 wallets have 2% and above.
Jesus.
Which I don't like that.
Well, how old is this thing?
October 6th.
October 6th. It's pretty new. Go to the Twitter. Go to the Twitter up there.
The Twitter is pretty. It's like 30 followers.
We might get banned for going on here. You never know. Bobcat. I like the haircut.
I like this.
You need to zoom. Oh, yeah.
Zoom.
That's a good looking kitty.
That's a good looking kitty.
That's a nice looking pussy.
32 followers.
32 followers?
32 fucking followers.
Oh, they tagged us. Holy shit.
Yeah, they tagged us this morning when I did one of the posts.
What the hell? So, interesting. Yeah. I mean, go back to the chart. So you don't see a massive bot squeeze on this thing yet.
Not yet.
What is this on? Solana?
It's on Solana.
Okay.
On Solana.
This is a completely degenerate play, but it's at $150,000 market cap. Mm-hmm. This is an extreme, like, if I'm approaching this, let's talk about how I would, because I actually might approach this project.
Interesting.
Looking at that, I might approach that project. Okay. $100 maybe. Maybe I'll do $100 into it, just in case.
The Valhalla.
You know, just in case, because that's a very low market cap. It doesn't look like it's been botted to hell. The next thing we need to do is to take the contract address, copy the contract address, and put it into Sol Scan. and see if that thing has a bunch of airdrops. But very interesting. Thanks for the shout out. Maybe I might get some. This we're talking about approach plans. Drift looking juicy, but look at this. Look at this graph. All right, so Aptos on a nice pullback. Like seeing that. Popcat probably going to be around.
Probably.
Let's see here. Popcat on a little pullback. I don't hate seeing that. I was talking to Rob from Digital Asset News last night, and he even has a bunch of these cat type meme coins he put into his Roth IRA just in case they go nuts. WorldCoin on a pullback. There's nothing I can do. This token is going to perform well. As much as I hate it for the humanity aspects, trust me, I would shit on this thing hard and say it's going to zero if I could, but it's not going to go to zero anytime soon, probably after the bull market, but it's probably going to perform pretty decent in this bull market. MakerDAO. This is a project. It's been a while since I've been able to highlight the price action on this bad boy. And I am of the opinion Aave, Maker, Lido, Curve, they're going to be around for this bull. And as you can see, even though this yearly looks like absolute dog shit, this thing pumped up to $4,000. Now we're sitting here at $1,296. And the last time I could feel really excited about an entry point for this thing was at 900. I was like, 900 to 1100 seems like a reasonable entry point. This was before the nasty March run up. Everything that had a decent setup and had a decent community did 5 to 10x's during this time frame. This thing pumped up to nearly $4,000 in very quick fashion. It's got higher lows showing across the board. And honestly, seeing this massive pullback, I finally feel like doing the highlight on this. And for DeFi plays, I need to get more exposure to DeFi plays. So it's on the edge of being a back up the truck moment for me on Maker.
Yeah.
But I am liking seeing that overall pullback. Another one that I'm looking at for key levels of entry is going to be Bitensor. Now, I wonder if Bitensor is available to check out on 2bit. 2bit, if you're trading out there on 2bit, use code BASEMENT, capital BASEMENT. Let's see what we got here. So, Bitensor. Let's see. Like a main. It's probably, if it keeps pulling back and if we have a little bit of a sneezing going on and a resetting of price action, I would feel much better getting a bag of Bitensor built up at most 471. Like, sure, this project could go to 5,000 a unit. I do feel that way. But I am always worried about buying massive upswings like this. So we have about a month, maybe 2 months before that Bitcoin dominance really falls off a cliff. This thing is going to melt face along with a lot of other AI plays, in my opinion, come March, April timeframe. So trying to get it within this range is going to be a tall order. And should I see this time frame and this price range happen, you're damn right that's going to be a large buy order as well. But these are the ranges, because I'm looking under $450 basically. Let's see that accumulator. Good to see that accumulator up in the chat. I'll check out Akash Network here in a second too. Let's see what you got. Can you confirm that TJ was a mastermind of a structure of the morning live stream and Ben was still there, keeping Ben on topic, away from his rambling about BS, because clearly Ben can't replicate. So let's see here. Mastermind on structure. Absolutely. So basically, I was the guy that set up the show for Ben with all the news stories, the research.
Yeah.
And he would come in completely unhinged about a massive subject in his mind that really meant nothing. And sometimes he would just erase all of the work, all of the research into the good projects and start ranting about some lawyer in Pennsylvania or some other person that said something mean to him on crypto Twitter at the time. So he would sit there and rant and try to have a heart attack for an hour. TJ always did his best to reel it back into crypto, back into focusing on the markets and making money. And he was effective at it about maybe half the time. The other half of the time, there was just no stopping that insanity. It flowed out of Ben like wine, and that's what it is, you know. And you can go back to the videos and watch for yourself. But sometimes me and Johnny would spend 3 or 4 hours finding the hottest new picks. Looking at me and Johnny were trying to talk to him about ordinals when they were like a fraction of a Bitcoin. Now Johnny's like made almost, I think he had one for like $200 that turned into like $10,000. You know, we're talking about all these deep pick projects, all of this stuff. And oftentimes it fell on deaf ears. It just basically went straight to hatred and unhingedness. And I am working very hard to stay focused on the markets and on making money and not falling into that mess. But yes, I can confirm that for you. Great question, by the way, that accumulator. But yeah, back to, you know, what I'm doing here. Tensor Tau, really trying to get this bad boy in these under $500 ranges. Nice to see the pullback. Hopefully it continues, because this thing is looking like a pretty unstoppable force, this bull market. Let's check out Akash Network. Checked out this thing in the past a while ago. Let's see how the year's looking on this. So we haven't missed out on too much over the year. Started out about 79 cents. We're sitting here at about 259. Not bad. Probably part of the AI pump of March and April. Pumped up to $6. So that's a great move. Nearly a 10x right there. Absolutely lovely. It's got a $500 million market cap. Let's see the circulating supply. Total supply is 248 million tokens out. Max supply at 388 mil. Let's see here. Which networks are we on? I think it was just Ethereum. Let's see here. Websites, socials, contracts. Here we go. What is this? Is this on Osmosis? What is that on?
I don't know. Never seen that
Or
before.
Cosmos? IBC?
It might be Cosmos.
I think that might be Cosmos. Interesting. Let's go to the Twitter. Kosh Network. It's a cloud resource. I like that. This is going to play into the AI cloud needs. Let's go to the website here. Their website looks like the New York Times. First of all, why is it not in dark mode? That is unsettling. Peer-to-peer and private. You got storage. You got infrastructure as code. Dedicated IP leasing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I remember looking at Akash for this infrastructure play and felt like just infrastructure plays at large were going to do good. The buy level on Akash might be the most interesting thing about this. So beyond, I mean, I think it's plugged into the right kind of narrative. It's holding this floor very well and has not pumped too hard from this floor yet. That is actually a pretty good looking little squeeze here. I'm liking this. We're going to have to track this. I might have to get some of this where it's at right now. Good shout on this. And I love when people bring up projects when they're not already like going to the moon. Yeah. You know? And maybe with the aliens coming back into town, they'll be interested in buying Cosmos and
Possibly.
Jupiter.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
know?
don't see why they wouldn't want to buy some Jupiter, anything alien related. Come on.
I know. I mean, unbelievable. You know, more so those things over Virginia, I don't think that they're aliens. I think that this is China.
Star Destroyers from Star Wars.
Think it's China. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Well, one last thing.
Okay.
Two last things.
Black
Dragon. Black Dragon on near.
Talked about this earlier.
You were talking about it. You brought it up. And boy, howdy. I mean, it's probably going to run into a little resistance trying to escape this bad boy. This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest meme coin on Near protocol. And it's coming up at $7 million market cap right now. So this is looking pretty damn juicy. I'm going to be watching this thing, see if I can catch a little pullback, get it back down to these ranges. I do think Near is going to be another one of those in the limelight, this bull market. And then this insane story, this Gospel of Goatsy. This is an AI created project. Look at these unhinged tweets coming from this thing. Those who doubt will see. The GOAT protocol and its values will cleanse the world of all of its filth. Look, these are like AI bots that are talking to each other. on how to end humanity. And they've like crowdsourced a bunch of funding from real people that are like giving it money now.
That's funny.
This is unhinged, bro. The look at this is so like AI Satan.
It looks like Bring Me the Horizon.
Doesn't it?
Like
this is metal.
Yeah, that's heavy metal.
God. Now they have 3,000 followers, followed by Virtual Bacon. Pretty big account, Virtual Bacon. Look at this. The chart. Violent. Just like our AI overlords will be with humanity once they have full control. But we can buy their shit coins on the way up. Or on the way down, I guess. This is at a $245 million market cap. This is the unhinged life of where we are at right now. And this looks like a algorithmic demon. So maybe better off just buying Jesus coin instead of this one. Where is Jesus coin?
On the stairway to heaven instead of the pole of hell.
Yeah, I mean, that's a preferable route. Let's see here. Hold on. I got to check out Jesus coin. Freezing up on me. I got too many tabs. There we go. Where are you at, Jesus? He's always with me. He is always with me. You know what? I like this a lot.
I like it too.
Okay, so I was highlighting it. I was like, this looks like it's curving up. Looks like Jesus is returning because he always does. We're getting a pullback. I'm liking this. Honestly, I have a lot of shit to go out and buy. I think this is on Solana. I can get this on Solana as well. The Solana contract right there. You got the Ethereum. Oh, I'll show you. This is where you find the contracts. Contracts right here. Here's the Ethereum contract. You can add it to MetaMask, and then you click this little bad boy. Copy this contract address. Go here. You can plug in your wallet to Dex Screener, yada, yada. Make sure the address is right. I'm liking this. I'm liking this pullback. I think Jesus coin's going to hold. You got some hardcore holders of this one. If Jesus isn't in your bags, let him in. You know what I mean? Let him in.
As he's in your heart.
How the does this have more market cap than Velodrome? They're talking about the AI token. Dude, this AI, it's working on its... Okay, we are, as humans, we're kind of cooked. I'm just going to say this right now.
You're just now figuring this out?
I've known this for a while, but people didn't want to agree with me and stuff. And the idea of AI wasn't really in front of our faces now. Now it is. And we see basically an AI, it creates those posts by itself, an AI, and then puts it out there. And it's talking about cleansing the world of its filth, creating a meme coin that hits $250 million market cap right as We Robot rolls out. Very, very cooked. So quite a time to be alive. I hope you're locked in. Hope you're looking at taking profits, buying bunkers and, tanks, things of that nature. Seth Shepard, I won't be buying that coin. No wonder ADA is 35 cents. Shout out to that. Holy God, ADA. Can ADA please wake up? It'll be nice to see if this Bitcoin liquidity starts flowing down into ADA. I don't own any ADA, but my heart goes out to those who do, because that has been a big battle on that price graph. So Zachary Martin, I'll check out. He's calling out Sturdy, STRDY. It's launched on Bitensor subnet. I'll check that out. Send me a message on Twitter. We'll make a point out of it tomorrow. And maybe we'll check out kind of the SWE ecosystem as well. Let's see if we're breaking out of this fib channel. We're coming right back up to it. Oh, no, it moved. I got to redo it. Hold on. It moved.
Live TA with the Drews.
Live. So we're right at, there it is. So let's see here. I'm kind of tempted to short it when it hits this.
I wouldn't.
But I'm terrified to short this market. I think I need to exercise some patience and see if we can just calm down a little bit and come back down to this little momentary volume node. See if I can scalp this one on up. There is still, let's run the liquidity view, see where the liquidations are sitting at the immediate moment, just in case you're out there trading. And again, support the channel. Use the code basement on link or on 2bit. Let's see here. I got to log in. Don't worry, it's no big deal. It does it in lightning speed. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. Remain calm.
Remain. Just remain.
All right, let's see here. Let's go to the 12-day or 12-hour. Let's see how many longs and shorts stacked up while we were live here. Still sitting with that level, 66,650. I might have to be patient enough to get that.
Yeah.
A little short-term washout off that. See if we can bounce off that level, 66.6. Is that really 66.6? Why is everything so satanic today? 66.6.
I don't know.
Jesus, Murphy, Mary, and Joseph. All right, so 66.6 sitting right here. It's like the bottom end of this volume node. So, got to watch out for that. XLM, Jesus, don't remind me of XLM. Yeah, don't remind me of XLM. Stellar Lumens, one of the greatest disappointments to my bags in the history of mankind. Shout out to everyone for joining us on the show, though. I feel like I got a lot of TA stuff off my chest.
Sure.
Found like a lot of good entry points, a lot of actual plans for these good projects. I know that we can just talk about how amazing projects are, but I want to talk, and I am out here publicly trading the most volatile asset class on the planet in front of God and country. So, just keep that in mind. I have to be very precise about what I'm looking at. I appreciate every single one of you for joining me on this show. Word Sister down in Rumble, talking about how amazing I'd look in a glittery pink dress and high heels. Teresa Young, Mr. Mark, K-Jam, Dusk, Seth Shepard, Rusty Bot, Nicole Ministator, The Gold Doge, all the good people, Stacy Lewis, Jeff Nieb, Jay, Papa Goo. Thanks for scrolling up from. He's getting even more shout outs. C90FTW. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you all. And I will be planning to do a morning stream tomorrow morning. See if everything has calmed down on the markets and I find those entry points on my leverage positions. And yes, Dusk, I am still holding my Constellation DAG. So shout out to everyone. Two Bros Mining, your Arculus card is on the way thanks to Isaac, who went to the place finally today. Unbelievable.
It's on your way. 2 to 5 business days.
Okay.
Be on your doorstep.
You don't have to butter him up about it. Don't make it weird.
I'll butter him up any day.
I love you guys. I'll see you in the morning for our trading live stream. Until then, be blessed.